So today we are discussing about the membership operators. So the membership operators are in and not in. This operator will check whether a particular value is there or not in our given sequence of values. The sequence can be a list, tuple or strings. So we have just saw the example also. Now we will discuss about the one more last operator, identity operator. Identity means whether it is there or not. It is also similar to in membership only, but slight difference. There are two operators, is not. Okay.
Okay.
What it will do is compares the memory location. That means ID. What is the ID? Memory location of two objects. And checks whether they both are same, referring to same object or not. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose, let us discuss this with one example. Suppose A equal to 20. Okay. Suppose B is also 20. If A is B, that means identity, same identity. If it is the same object, what I am telling is, if it is the same object, colon print A and B are referring to same object. Okay, and what I am asking is, otherwise print. You can also do like this, else block also. Print not same. Eller operator has checked whether it is there in a given sequence. Okay. Now with the
Okay.
is operator, I will check whether I am referring to both the objects which are same or not. Okay. Now I will save this one. Then I will run. Because the memory locations of both A and B are same, because they are the same object only. 20 integer 20 object. This is a 20 object. Okay. Because they are referring
Yes.
to same memory location, same object, this statement got printed. Okay. So otherwise this would have gone. Suppose if I have done this like this. See, second statement has printed. Okay. That means memory location is not same. For these two, they are different objects. There is one more thing. Is not. It is similar to not in.
Reverse of E.
It is a reverse of that. Okay. Just I will I have to change the statements also accordingly. Here A and B, what it will print the output, tell me? Which statement gets printed?
A and B is not B. Is
No, what?
else state.
Huh?
Else.
Else statement will get printed. Okay. Suppose I will take like this. Then the first statement will be printed. Okay. I will see.
Okay.
See, first statement has been printed because they are not referring to the same object. Okay. This is the
Understood.
of the identity operators. Okay. Any doubts are there here in this operator?
No.
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 Now we will move to flow control. It's a new chapter. What will be the flow control statements in Python?
If.
If that means they will control the flow of the code, whether to run, execute or not. Okay. Else, elif. Next we have loop controls. While, for loop.
For.
Next we have some break statements. Break. They are also flow control only. Break, continue, pass. So all these will control the execution of the code. So these are the flow control statements. Okay. Now already we have seen if. In the previous examples when we have discussed, we have seen the if else work already. Suppose I will open again. See, here the execution of the code is depending on certain condition. Okay, it is not executing line by line. It is executing, suppose if this condition is met, it is executing this statement. Otherwise, it is executing the second print statement. Correct?
Yes.
As these if and else are controlling the flow of execution, they are called flow control statements. Okay. This A is not B is an expression. It is checking whether this expression comes true or not. If it is true, then it executes this block. Otherwise, it executes the second block. So what are the symbols we have to use here? In other languages, when we are executing flow control statements, when we are using the flow control statements, we will write that whatever the block we want in using curly braces, right?
Yes.
In other languages, suppose we will use if condition, some condition we will put, then we'll put that inside curly braces. Block of code to execute. After that, we will close the curly braces. So this means we want, if this condition is met, we want to execute this block of code within the braces, curly braces. But Python does not have that feature. Otherwise it is using the line indentation feature. to separate the block from the rest of the code. Suppose here this is the starting point of the code. Okay, here the second statements also start here, the third statements also start here. Okay, whereas the fourth statement I have given some indent to indicate that it is a part of the if block. You understood?
Yes.
Or otherwise shall I repeat?
No, I understood.
So
We need to give indentation to make sure it is inside the block.
if I give like this, it is not a block of if. Okay, it's not part of if.
Understood.
I have to give some indentation. So you should not forget the indentation if you are using the flow control statements. So each flow control statement should end with a colon. If you forgot this colon also, it will not execute. If it will give out the error. Suppose in other languages like Java, we are using curly braces, right? Here we have to
Yes.
colon symbol to start the block of the code. That means block of code is starting. If block code is starting now, like that we have to indicate. Otherwise, it will give out the error. Okay.
Understood.
So it is for the benefit of others. Okay, don't think that I am repeating. Okay, I have to write like this.
Okay.
Okay, if we are not using the indentation, it is not a part of if else statements. Okay.
Okay.
Now we will see elif. Okay, we have right now we have already saw else and if. Okay, now we will see about elif. Suppose So if I run this code, what I have given is, I have given one integer to number variable. So if number is greater than 0, it is checking this condition. It will print the positive value statement. Elif means else, if we will normally we will use in English language, no? Otherwise, like that meaning. Okay. Otherwise, if number is equal to 0, it will print the statements. Else, that means if both the above statements are not met, it will print the third statement. So since it is a negative value, the third statement got printed. Suppose it is a 10. The first statement got printed. So it is the advantage of if, elif and else statements. Okay.
Okay.
There is one more thing in else we have to cover. 1 second. That means nested if else means
If inside if.
correct. If else inside another if else statement. Today you might have observed I am not using the Python IDE directly. Okay. Have you observed?
Yes.
Earlier I used to have used to type here only in the Python IDE. Okay. Today I am making one script file and then I am opening that file after the execution. That means I am creating one new file. That is called scripting language. Python is a scripting language also. Okay.
Understood.
We have I forgot one more thing. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, I will cover this in this example. We have not covered input function till now. That means taking the input from
No.
keyboard. Okay, in this statement I will cover. Okay. You see here. Okay. what it is doing is input function. I have entered, instead of entering the values directly, I am taking the input from the keyboard from one now on. Okay, so we have
Okay.
already discussed is whatever the inputs that are coming from the keyboard that are of type
String.
string. So we to use that in arithmetic operations, we have to convert it into either float or int.
Teacher.
Using the what is the type of this function? Float.
Int and then value.
It is a parse type function, float function. So we have included surrounding that input function. Okay, float. Suppose whatever the input, suppose even if I put 10 also, now it will be converted to decimal form.
Float.
Float, the decimal form. Okay. This colon we should never forget. After using colon, if I just press enter, it will give automatically one new line, new indent. Okay, line indent. Okay.
Okay.
It is the same example as the previous, but to explain the nested if else statements, just modified the code. Okay.
Okay.
So what this code is doing, it is taking the input from keyboard from the user and checks for whether it is a positive integer, negative integer, or zero. Okay. If you see clearly here, we have if else statements inside another if else. See, this is outer if else. Inside that we have the nested if else. Okay. So this is called nested if else. Okay. Let me save this. So it has created if else.py file. Okay. See in the top of it. This is the file. Now
Okay.
I am running using the interpreter. Okay. Run. Suppose I enter -10. See the output has been, so I have entered the arguments here -10, and this is passed to this float function. It is converted to decimal number, and then it checked whether it is greater than 0 or not. If it is zero, if it is negative number, it has printed, because it is a negative number, it has printed the last statement. Okay.
Understood.
Here double equal to is the not the assignment operator, it is equal to operator. Okay. This is the comparison operator. The greater than equal to is the comparison operator that we have discussed yesterday. Now we will check the, what we will check now, loop statements, loop control statements. You already know, no? Loop control.
Yes.
It will execute the block of code, or we can say it will iterate. Till the condition is satisfied. Till the condition is satisfied, it will go on repeating the executing the same group of code. Okay. In the loop control, we have two types of loops. One is this while loop. Second one is for loop. There are different areas where we have to use the while and separate different areas for the for loop. We cannot use both at the same time, or for the same example we cannot use the same while or for loop. Suppose we will see where we can use the while loop. When we have to check certain condition. Okay, we will get this while loop with an example now. Equal to okay. Let me type this in editor. Otherwise, it is asking execute. See, interpreter will interpret line by line. So even before entering the full code, it has started asking me the number. Okay.
Okay.
First code of line it has already executed. Okay. So better use the files. Otherwise, I will do like this. It will be easily understandable. See, in this, what I have done is, I have taken the input from the keyboard, I have converted it into an integer number, and now I am checking the condition here. You see, while is always followed by a condition. For the for loop, we will see later what is the condition we will check, but for the while, you see there is always an expression succeeding it. Okay, until this condition is satisfied, these two block of code, these two are one block of code. Okay, these two will be continuously executed by Python virtual machine. Once this condition is not met, it will come out of the loop and it will print this last statement. Okay, again the control will be back to the main program, and then this statement will get executed. Okay, let us see. It is asking me to enter the number. Suppose I entered 10. Is there any mistake in this code you can identify? Hello?
Count is less than or equal to, you had given 10, so it came out.
Okay, okay. You have to give more, no?
Yes. If you give more, it will
Or less?
count less.
No, in this
You have to give
example,
less.
I have to give the input as less than 10, correct? While less than
Yes.
10, it is executing, correct? So, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this block got executed, right?
Yes.
See, here in this statement, all the numbers have come in, output is displayed in single line. Earlier, if I have not used this end equal to here, this is the attribute of the argument of a print statement. Suppose if I do like this, save this file, run. If I enter the number as 3, see it is given line by line by default.
Understood.
So to save the spacing, I have given like this. That means instead of ending with the new line, end with the space. This space within the quotation, you see. So I am saying the print function to end with the space instead of new line. Okay.
Okay.
You see inside the while statement, how I have told the while statement what is the next number to count. I have given only one number, correct? Suppose this is not there. Suppose this count equal to count plus 1 is not there. It will go on iterate unlimited time. Okay, unlimitedly. Okay.
Okay.
Always less than 10 only. 3 is always less than 10. So always it is going on printing output only. So it will never come to end. That loop will never come to the end. Okay. So we have to ensure that loop should be controlled also using some variable, like this statement count equal to count plus 1. So it will go to, every time it will come to this point, it will add 1, so that our loop will be in control. Okay, it will not go out of loop.
Understood.
Now we will see the for loop. For loop works with sequence data type. Understood the difference between these two, while loop and where we will use while loop and where we will use for loop? Suppose there is a list is there for me, to iterate over that list, list items, will use for loop. Instead of checking the condition, I will iterate till all the items in the list are over.
Understood.
You will understand when we will see the example. Okay. Suppose I will take one list otherwise. Okay. What is items? So I have taken one tuple. Okay, tuple type data type.
Okay.
Now I am using for loop. This in is what type of operator?
In is, it will check whether it is there in that list.
Now, type of operator is membership operator. Earlier we have discussed today.
Yes.
That is a membership operator. Okay. For loop also ends with colon, so we can get a block of code with an indent. See this symbol you are seeing, this is actually backslash in my computer. I don't know, yesterday also we got confused, no? So after that I have checked, backslash is coming with this symbol W, like that it is coming. Okay, you read it as backslash. Okay.
Okay.
I am including one new line after this, that's why I use it backslash n. What this program will do is, each item in the tuple, suppose this 1 2 3 4 5, every time it will be placed in this I variable. That means here I is a variable. What type of variable it will be when it is iterating using for loop? it is a variable of type int. Okay.
Int.
Suppose for the first time iteration, for what for loop will do is it will take the value 1 and will place it in I. So then it will come to the print statement. It will print that value. Okay. Next, the list is not over yet. So next time it will place 2 in variable I. Then it will print I like that till the end of the list. That means 5 till 5. It will go on printing this statement. That means unlike while loop, whereas while loop is checking for condition, for loop will iterate over the sequence of items. Its sequence may be anything. It can be tuple, it can be dictionary, set also. Okay, it can be list also, string also. String is also a sequence type, na? So it can be string also.
Yes.
So let me save this. Here actually I forgot one built-in function. Okay, just after this I will continue. Forgot the built-in function range. Range function is there. We will normally use the range function with for loop, most probably. Okay, that I will continue after this.
Okay.
See, it iterated over all the items in the list. Okay, it printed all the items in the list, and then it has printed once these items is over, that it has come out that block. Okay, that for loop block is there, and then the execution gone to the next statement. What is the next statement here? It is print end of the loop, end of for loop. So it has printed end for the for loop. Okay, now what we will do is we'll see the built-in function is there, which we will use with range for loop. Okay, range function, range built-in function. Every time we will not have list. Now here we have taken one list. Every time we will not have one list to iterate. So we will use the range built-in function to specify the values over which the loop has to iterate. Okay, I will give the example, then you will get clarity. It is a built-in function. Okay, what it will do, it generates list of integers. Every time there is no need to pay a separate list for us to iterate. Okay, so it will automatically generate a list of integers. The list we will specify with the parameters. How many numbers should be there inside the list, we will specify using the parameters. Okay, three parameters like arguments. Every method, every function inside the parenthesis will use the arguments if applicable, so that it will work on that particular function will work on the data and view the output. When we will see this when we maybe most probably tomorrow I will discuss about the functions. Tomorrow, after day after tomorrow, maybe I will discuss about functions, where we will discuss what are the arguments that can go inside each function and how a function we can define. Okay,
Okay.
so it can have three arguments inside the range function. So while using this range function, suppose for print function what we are giving arguments. For print function, inbuilt function, we are giving the arguments as string, or it can be anything, variable also. So it is always expecting some arguments to work on. So when we give end of the while loop like this statement here, string, it will take these arguments inside that function. Whatever the block of code inside the function is there, it will execute and give the output as end of the while loop. So this is called arguments of a function. Whatever we put inside the parenthesis, okay, they are called arguments. So here for the range function, what are the arguments? We will use start value, end value, step value. Okay, here end and step values are optional, but start is always compulsory. Start value we should specify always. Okay,
Okay.
optional parameters or arguments. Suppose I have given like this range 1 comma 10 comma 1. These are the arguments that I have given while calling the range function. Okay, what will be the output item list it will give to me? Suppose this is the example. What will be the output list that I will get using this range function? First parameter is what? Start. Second
1.
parameter is 10. That means end parameter is 10. So it will give on
1 to 10.
1 to 10. No. Here 10 is the ending parameter, but it will not include in the list. It is excluding. Okay. And the
Okay.
third parameter what is doing is in steps of 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I put 2, it will give in 2 steps. Suppose if I put 1, it will give 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 like that. Understood? What is the
Okay.
in the last parameter? If I put 3, it will
Yes.
1, 4, 4 plus 3, 7 like that. 1, 4, 7, 10. Okay? 1, 4, 7.
Okay.
So that is the purpose of this third parameter. If I omit this, what will happen? It will give me a list of integers from 1 to 9.
Okay.
From 1 to 10. In steps of 1. So I will open my previous example, for loop example. Here I will remove the items. Instead of items, I will put the range function here. Okay. What will be the output here? What should be the output?
1 to 9.
Let us see whether we will get that or not. This is backslash n. Okay, don't get confused. I don't know why it is showing like that. see it has printed from 1 to 9. Okay, suppose it in steps of 2 like that we have to, if you take, okay, let us see this. Third argument I have put as 2, that means step argument I have given as 2, the range function. Let us see it has given the difference between two numbers is 2 in steps of 2. Okay, 1 3 5 7 9. So you understood the range function now.
Yes.
So instead of items or instead of a list we can provide, we can use the range function also to iterate over the particular number of times. Suppose here I wanted to iterate over 10 times this function, so it has come like that. There is no need to specify separate item list for the for loop.
Understood.
So there is a possibility that if we want, we can use the nested loop also. Loop,
Okay.
one more loop. Okay, I'm not going to see the example for this. Okay, anyway, this you will always know. As already we have seen with case of else if, so like that only will we have one more loop, for loop block inside the for loop, that is called nested for loop. Okay, next we will see the break statement. Can you guess what will break statement do in flow control?
It will stop right there and come out of the loop.
So these break statements always use it with loop. It will stop the iteration and control. Where will the control go after breaking?
Out of the loop.
Next statement following the loop. Okay, once we use this break statement, it will stop the looping. That means it will stop the iteration and then it will go out of the loop, and the execution will shift to the statement which is following the loop. Whatever is the immediate statement is there after the loop, that will be executed. Okay, let us see this with some small example. So I am taking the range from 1 to 30 in steps of 1 here. loop break. What this code will do? Suppose
It will print from one.
suppose
It will print from 1
uh,
to
uh,
1 to 19.
okay, then it will print the state. What is the statement here
From
after
1 to
immediately after the loop?
then it loop break.
This is the statement which is immediately following the loop. When this break statement has encountered, it will break from the loop. It will come out from this entire loop, and then it will print this statement, okay, which is following the for loop. Let us see this one, okay. See, once it has encountered 20, what it has done, we have given one condition. If 20 is there, we have to execute this break statement. So it immediately came out of the loop, and then execution shifted to this print statement. It has printed loop break. So that is the use of the break statement inside the loops. We can stop the execution whenever we want using break. Understood?
Understood.
Okay, next we will see the continue statement. You can guess what will it do, continue statement? It is exactly opposite to break. Suppose in the previous example, one second, where is break? So I am using the same code, but I am replacing the break with continue. Let me save this file. Earlier, you remember what output we got? We have got from
1 to 19 and loop break.
correct, na? Okay, now we will see what we will get. See what we are getting. What is the difference?
20 is not printed.
Only 20 is not printed. Why? The difference between break and here I will put loop break is not required. Is giving wrong meaning unnecessarily. Okay. So what it has come earlier when we encountered 20, here break we have used, and then the control shifted to the immediate statement following the for loop. Okay, now what it will do is when it has encountered 20, instead of going to the following statement of the loop, it again got to the starting of the for loop. Understood? Earlier we have a
Yes.
statement here for the break. print statement is there, if you remember. Okay, earlier we have one statement following the for loop. If suppose if there is a break here, if there is a break statement here, the control would come to here. If there is a continue statement here, the control will go back to here. Again the for loop. That's why it has not printed 20, but continue to print from 21, 22, 23, 24 up to 29, because we have specified the range till 30. So skipping 20, it has printed from 21 to 29 again. It has started the for loop again. Okay, it has not break the for loop. So it is the opposite of break. So whenever we want some condition not to be printed or not to be repeated, we will use the continue statement. The execution will go back to the for loop again, to the start of the for loop, and then it will start iterate over. You understood this?
Understood.
See, 20 has not been printed. Okay, so that is the advantage of the continue statement. 8:15. Okay, I will discuss one more statement, and we'll close for today. Tomorrow we'll see the functions. Okay.
There is class tomorrow too.
I don't know if the meeting link has come, means they will check with you, na, most probably, before sending the link.
No, they are not. I emailed them. They just send me an email around 1 or 2
in the afternoon, no?
p.m. and they say there is class. Yeah, there is
In
class.
that same mail, whatever they are.
So I want.
Okay, that mail has come to me every
What did you?
I also don't know when they are giving the meeting note. They told it will be 3-4
I asked.
week. Okay, remaining days they in US they will have holidays, like that they have told me. Okay, and Saturday, Sundays especially. So this is Saturday for you, Friday night, correct?
Friday evening, yeah.
We have Saturday morning now. So
Right.
maybe tomorrow is a holiday for you, huh? Tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Okay, no problem. You can intimate.
Yeah, tomorrow.
If you want me to intimate them, I will intimate them. Whatever is okay for me. Or Saturday evening is okay. Tomorrow. When is the next class you want actually?
I'm not sure what.
No.
I thought it will be on weekdays, not weekends. I'm not sure. That's the thing. I don't know what the schedule.
No, schedule depends on us only. Suppose if I am not available or you are not.
I can't hear you.
Because there are no other candidates, right? Only you are only there. So it is what I think we can have it whenever we want. If there are other students also, then we would have thought of it. We can think of it. Otherwise, we can do the class whenever we want. It depends on me and you. Okay. There is no problem for me. It is Sunday. No problem anyway. If you want a break from tomorrow class, I will inform them for 1 day permission. Okay. So that they will not send the meeting link. Is it fine?
I think it's
or 2 day break you want?
No, this week it's fine. You can continue because tomorrow we can do the class, not on Sunday, I guess.
Tomorrow it is Sunday for me actually. Okay, yeah. Tomorrow we will continue and Monday we will take a break. No problem. Monday morning I will take a break. That means it is Sunday evening for you. Okay. So tomorrow we will continue. Okay. Tomorrow we will continue and day after tomorrow we will have a break. Okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow we will continue. No problem. Now we will see the past statement. Past. there is one final statement in flow control, what we have already discussed in the flow control.
Pass.
What we have discussed till now, break, continue, pass. Okay. Here I will mention that in the control, we will go back to the start of the loop. When we use continuous statement. So next statement is pass. You can guess pass.
Pass.
That means we don't want some code, some if you don't want something, we'll just pass on to some other one, right? Suppose
Okay.
if you have some money in our hands, we don't want it, we'll pass it to some other thing. Like we have some property, we'll pass it to some other thing. So we'll simply pass by. It will not execute the code. Suppose
Okay.
or let me go. We'll use pass statement. Okay. I will explain you with an example. Okay. Suppose I have words in some letter. I will take, suppose I will take Python only. Okay. So it will take each character inside, and when put inside the word variable. Here word is a variable. Okay. Earlier we are using
Okay.
I, correct? So here we are using
Yes.
okay word for simpler easy understanding, and we can use I also, no problem. So it will put each character inside the Python string into word each time it iterate over. Okay. The condition, if condition I am using, okay, I have to end it with colon. This is a pass statement. So we should know when we have encountered pass block. So I am using one simple print statement to know that we have entered the pass block. Or I can put word. or current iterated character. Here when I made one mistake, can you identify?
The codes.
I forgot the quote actually. Starting, you should always, for the strings, we should always use a quotation marks. And then to separate other arguments, we use comma, like this comma, okay, inside print statement.
Okay.
So you tell me what will be the pass statement will do.
It will just print this is the pass block when it encounters that. If
Correct. What is
equal to
continue statement doing? Continue, if you encounter suppose here continue,
it will go to the for loop.
to the for loop.
Next.
Okay, it is not going to the next statement.
Yes.
Correct. But here this pass statement is passing the control to the next statement. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the major difference between the continue and the pass. For break, it anyway terminates the entire loop. Okay. Continue will again continue the start of the loop. Pass will do is it simply does not execute the pass. It will execute the print, this one, next statement. That is the pass statement. Okay. Let us see what it will do. I'm saving this file. Okay. Before doing the execution, it will ask for save. Have I made any other mistake? No, no. I think not made. Okay, as soon as it encountered H, it has printed this one, and then it has gone up, for loop continued, and the last letter is N. Okay, that means the list has ended, the string has ended. Okay, I hope you understood the difference between the pass and continue. Okay, it simply passes to the next statement control. It simply passes the control to the next statement, immediate statement, instead of repeating to the going to the first loop. Okay, break, what it will do, it will break the entire for loop. Okay, and execute the immediate statement following the loop. So all these statements whatever we have seen, else, if, while, for, are all used to control the flow. So they are called flow control statements.
Understood.
I will mention this one also. The difference between continue and past tense. Continue forces the loop control to the start of loop, whereas past statement passes the control to the immediate statement inside the block. Inside the block. For execution. Okay. So those are the differences between pause and continue and break. Okay. Any doubts here in this? Oh, I forgot one more thing. Okay.
No.
One more last thing I will tell you. Okay, we have seen input function.
Okay.
Input function.
Yes.
Function to get the input from the user. Okay. Like that, there is one. This will be a. It returns what type of data?
String.
String. So we are passing. We are using int or float to parse the string to number type. Okay. So instead of int or float, we can use eval function. I will tell you this one. I will close for today. What it will do is, earlier we used to have the strings 1 to whatever we type. Okay, we used to convert that to integer type using integer or float functions. Correct?
Yes.
So it is converted to number type. What eval function will do is, we can give an expression like x plus y.
Okay.
We can give the expression input to the code. Okay, and the code will be will be executed based on the expression. I will explain you with a simple example. Then you will be able to understand easily. Suppose I have given x equal to 10, y equal to 20. Expression equal to eval input x and y has to do. Enter an expression on what x and y has to do. This is only to indicate the user that what he has to type in the input. Okay. Other than that, there is no function of that string. Print. So I will run now. Earlier you have seen, instead of eval we have put integer.
Yes.
Or float also we have put to convert the string to a number type. Now I have to convert the string to expression type. So I have to evaluate what string user has given, what expression user have given. It will evaluate and it will convert to a integer. It evaluates the expression or solves the expression simply, or solves the expression and converts to into type. We can use into type directly, but it will not solve the expression. So we have used eval expression, eval function, so that it will prompt the user whatever the expression they want, they can give, and then it will evaluate. So I will run. So it is asking me to enter an expression on what x and y has to do. So I will do like this. Oh, 1 second. X plus 2y. I have given an expression instead of numbers. Okay.
Okay.
Output has come. What is the output?
15.
50. How it has done? X plus 2y. Here already I have given x as 10. Y as 20. So it has taken, we have given the expression what is the equation to solve. So we have given as x plus 2y. So it has solved and then it has saved that value inside the expression function, expression variable, and then I have printed the expression. What is the value? Okay, if you see, you can check the type also. Type of expression. It should be int, most probably. Okay, because eval function converts the user expression into int only. Let us see. X plus 2y. Otherwise we will type here itself. Type of expression. See, so eval function output will always be integer only. Understood?
Yes.
You understood what is the use of eval function now?
Yes.
Instead of parsing using the int or float, we can evaluate an expression using evaluate, but we have to make sure that we have to give the values before itself. Okay, we have to declare, or otherwise we can use the input function here itself. Understood? If you don't want to specify,
Yes.
you want to specify, users themselves to specify. So it is asking me to enter the first number. Suppose I have entered 10. So I have entered 20. It is asking me to enter an expression. Okay, what an x and y has to do. So I entered x in same expression as earlier, or otherwise I will plus x. Okay, what should be the value? 3 into 20, 60 plus 80. 80, no? Correct, huh? See, answer has come as 80. So we can give a expression as an input, and then we can get an output. Okay, so that is performed using the eval function. Okay, that is the use of the eval function. So we'll close for today then. Okay, I will send the codes over email, whatever we have discussed today. Okay, then bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.